What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Wild Rift video, and today we're going to be checking out some more esports, of course, and we're going to be taking a look at a beautiful best of 5 series between AHQ and ME Esports in the Taiwanese Icon series pre-season, okay? And this is actually something that I didn't want to check out, but let's get straight into the draft so you will see why I decided to cover this match anyway. And the reason why I didn't want to check it out was because this is actually not the grand final, this is the third place match. And both of these teams got 3-0'd by the finalists, by the grand finalists, okay? And that is of course a series that we'll also check out very soon after this one. But there you go, right on your screen on the left side, they pick Yasuo in esports, guys. Yasuo picked and locked in by AHQ here, along with that Gragas most likely in the Baron lane and a Jarvan in the jungle. Both of these champions can enable Yasuo's ult, so this should be a blast to watch. On the other hand, we have ME Esports going for that Alistar and Lee Sin, which is also two very explosive early game champions that should make this game very fun to watch. A Ziggs in the mid lane going up against that Yasuo, a Corki for that marksman position, and it seems like we even have a Singed pick. I didn't even see this one. That is, well, that makes it even more worthwhile. Singed pick and a Rakan locked in as well. Meanwhile, a Jax will most likely be locked in here for the jungle position of ME or ME, I don't even know. I thought it's ME Sports, but it seems like it's ME Sports or something. We have a Braum ban and an Aurelion Soul ban on the Me Sports side. And wait, hold up, what was banned here? Orianna and Akali bans. So pretty standard bans, honestly. We've seen them throughout all regions that we checked out so far. Some of these champions, especially Akali, Orianna, they're always banned, man. And yeah, it is Me Sports, I think. Not to be confused with Wii Sports, okay? Now, before I forget, I need to move my absolutely degenerate webcam onto the top right, and there we go. We're gonna be it's already on the mid lane, it's already on that Yasuo. Hold up, it is a Ziggs marksman. Ooh, that's fun to watch. Okay, so we have a Corki mid lane going up against a Yasuo for Me Sports side here, and the Ziggs actually going into that marksman position. Now that is something that we have seen many times in esports, in PC League of Legends esports, where sometimes in some metas you would see a mage in the marksman position and something attack damage based in the mid lane, so you have enough attack damage on your team, enough physical damage. And yeah, seems like Corki already playing super aggressive using his exhaust. So these two mid laners already, they're not letting each other just stand AFK and farm these waves. They want to fight. So that is already fun to watch. By the way, I made a huge mistake. I said Jax would go jungle. Of course, Me Sports, already picked that Lee Sin for the jungle. We have a Jax in the Baron lane. Now, that is really interesting. If you ever played Jax against Singed, you probably didn't have fun. So really bizarre that they would pick Jax to go up against that Singed in the Baron lane. I mean, they last picked Jax, right? They could have tried to counterpick the Singed, but they decided to go for the Jax. Now, Singed making his way to that Scuttle Crab. Seems like, look at this. The support actually went to the... Hold up, man. I am completely botching this commentary because AHQ doesn't have a marksman. That is unreal. I've never seen that before. They actually have a Gragas and a Rakan dual lane. Oh man, this is... I don't know if this is a huge clown fiesta or if this is some absolute alien level genius ideas here that these two teams are showing. But keep in mind, let's see if these two teams will impress us, okay? By the way, quick little disclaimer, I forgot to mention it. We will look at 2 games in this very video. As you can see, by the time of this video, we're going to be taking a look at match 1 and match 2 of this best of 5 here between AHQ and ME Esports. And while I'm saying that, we have a huge hold up. Was that an E flash? Yes, it was an EQ flash. Beautiful mechanics. Oh, I'm a huge fan of that. Look, he EQs and then he flashes and you can actually extend the knockup of Jarvan that way, and the Yasuo can just ult onto it, and they get an easy first blood. No counterplay. You saw Corki flashed afterward, but he still died. Wow, man. Okay, now a lot of people are actually telling me that Taiwan is so far the best region in Wild Rift Esports. And I mean, this Jarvan is very impressive. And keep in mind, these two teams in the quarterfinals, they got bopped, they got annihilated, both 0-3 against the two finalist teams. Who are the two finalist teams? Let me just check on my other laptop. I can tell you. I know it's Flash Wolves. I think it's One Esports. Yeah, it's one team. So yeah, some very familiar names. Ooh, we get another kill here for that Jarvan, man. He is killing it. He gets a kill. He had that assist from earlier. He is definitely a little bit of a jungle diff going on here in this esports match. That is very, very nice, man. Jarvan, we've seen him picked a lot in the Vietnamese Icon series as well. Seems like Taiwan likes him as well so far. This is the first match I'm checking out. Also, he's going for the red smite. This is something interesting for you jungle mains. A lot of people, me included, mostly go for that chilling smite, for the blue smite, to have that slow. Now granted, I play a lot of Shyvana. I think on Shyvana you really want some extra CC because without your ult you don't really have anything. But for something like Jarvan, it really gives you more dueling potential because of course it gives you more attack damage when you smite somebody and some other stats as well. I keep forgetting it, but it is juicy, okay? And he has a lot of CC, so he doesn't really need the slow. They secure another Scuttle Crab. They are securing them like absolute gods right now. They secure the third Scuttle Crab. Super good for them. And Singed against Jax. I don't know how this Singed is even that low. I have no clue how that matchup goes. I just know I'm the worst Singed on this planet. Yes, even worse than you, Timmy. I know, it's unbelievable. I know, you're absolutely garbage at Singed. I know, Timmy. I know. You're crying, I don't care. It is what it is. I gotta be honest with you. But I'm even worse than Timmy. So, and I won. I laned against the Jax. I went like 8-0. It is hilariously easy. He can't touch you at all. But yeah, Jax going for a Gunblade. Oh, guys, this is so exciting. And Alistair going for the Gargoyles. Wow, look at this. He rushed Gargoyles. Singed rushing the Liandry's post-nerf. This is post-nerf. This is not the newest patch again, because the newest patch just arrived yesterday. None of these matches were that recent. Well, not yesterday. I'm going to upload this a couple of days later, but I'm recording it on a Thursday. While I'm saying that, though, AHQ is able to get that first dragon of the game without too much contest being put in here by Me Sports. I'll just call them Me. That's also cringe. I'll just call them ME, okay? ME, that's good. By ME. That's a cute little name, you know? Ooh, that Alistair, unfortunately, missing his knockup there. He wanted to engage, but wasn't able to. And now that Yasuo is, he's amping up the tempo here, going in deep. They are not able to finish off the Lee Sin, though. In turn, they lose their own Rakan. Yasuo is super low, I think. Yes, Ziggs comes in, finishes him off, but the Alistair dies as well. Corki died at the back of that as well in the end. And we honestly have, at the end, the winner of this whole thing is, it was a 2-for-2 trade, but the real winner is that Jarvan, because he's running around 3-0, 1.8 thousand gold advantage over that enemy jungler on Lee Sin. He has that Yomu's Ghostblade, so he's going a little bit selfish, you know. Usually we see these Jarvans in esports go for a Black Cleaver first, just like that. Lee Sin went for the Black Cleaver to reduce the enemy's armor. Although I would say in this game really doesn't make a lot of sense. But let's pause that thought. Let's look at this Rift Herald fight. Corki swoops in with the double Valkyrie, tries to finish off the Gragas, is not able to. The Gragas uses barrier for the last auto attack, survives, and now this Corki will just take a fat L. But the Jarvan was actually shut down. Beautiful two-man knockup by that Yasuo. Two-man ult is able to finish off. Is he gonna get that Ziggs? The minion wave is coming. He might try to dive. Yep, no, he is not able to. He misses the Q, but even if he hits it, he doesn't have enough damage to dive that deep. It would just be a suicide mission. which wouldn't be worth because then he wouldn't be there to push this tower. I think they will get this tower, which is big for them. Definitely AHQ winning so far in a very comfortable position. As you can see here, Corki a little bit overextended. Let's try to see this double knockup by Yasuo again. I think it was set up, yes, it was set up by the Rakan. This is why you want to pick some combo champions with Yasuo. A Yasuo, if you're the only knockup in your team as a Yasuo, it is not fun. It is what it is. You can make it work, but it is not fun. Alistair completely gets caught, but he has ult and gargoyles. He is almost unkillable, not enough, though he ends up dropping. The Lee Sin is low, is able to avoid that tornado, and is he gonna get away? Is he gonna get away? He is running. He's running. Ooh, look at this Yasuo, man. He is going crazy. Oh, he didn't have vision. He didn't have vision. I think he has ult ready, right? I'm not sure. He didn't have vision though. He has to be very careful. He just used his barrier. Oh, the ult is gonna finish him. The Ziggs hits him. Hey, bullseye, easy clap. Gets the Yasuo shot down. But look at this Yasuo. Static shift, infinity edge. Boom. This is also with the Blade of the Ruined King buff. Okay? So, that's insane. For melee champions, of course. That's insane. He still goes for a static shift into infinity edge rather. Then he also went for lifesteal boots, and the Zhonya's. Guys, I will copy these builds, man. Don't worry, I will be copying these builds. I'll make some videos about these. But man, what I wanted to say before the Rift Herald fight around 15 minutes ago, it is what it is. We didn't forget though, because luckily I'm not on goldfish level with my memory yet. Although I'm getting there. Don't worry. The Black Cleaver by the Lee Sin, I don't agree with it, because usually you want to build it when you have a lot of physical damage on your team to help your teammates out, right? To shred the armor away from the enemies. We will have to hold that thought again because an Infernal Dragon is being taken. Ziggs is not able to steal it. And I think AHQ just wants to engage this, man. They are in such a big lead. 9,000 gold lead. I mean, you can see it. It is crazy, these last 2 to 3 team fights. Especially that Yasuo just blowing them up, man, just doing so much damage. I mean, Bomberman is on the enemy team, but they're being blown up, man. You know, Ziggs, whatever, man. Anyway, let's finish that Black Cleaver thought. They have a Ziggs, they have a Corki, which is 50% magic damage or even more than that. They have a Jax, which is going full AP, which is also like 80% magic damage at that point. I don't think the Black Cleaver is worth in this case, because honestly, you're only helping yourself and the Corki a little bit. So, not a big fan of that. I think the Lee Sin just going for a Yomus to be able to run fast, like the Jarvan as well. Oh my god, look at this Jarvan. While I'm speaking of the devil, he built a Mortal Reminder. And I think the next item is just going to be a GA with that BF sword or a Sterox. But I would assume GA because it's still pretty broken. For an engaged champion like that as well. I think this Singed is donezo, bruv. Yes, sir. ME is able to get something back here. They're able to shift 4 people in this top lane, get the Singed, catch him out while he's split pushing, and yeah, very well played. By the way, very standard builds you can see on both teams. I mean, the Jax is very surprising to me. Especially with the Blade of the Ruined King buff, I would assume that a Trinity into the Blade of the Ruined King is the best option on this current Wild Rift patch. However, seems like I'm wrong. I'm gonna try it, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna try this Jax with Gunblade, Lich Bane. I would assume he's gonna go full AP. So the next item should be either an Asher's Tooth or a Rabadon's. We'll see. I think an Asher's Tooth would be very nice here. He's gonna just one-shot everything. It's honestly really fun. I tried it a couple times. I always fed, but I was always against Malphite, man. It's difficult. Ooh, but they are trying to dive. Oh my god. Okay, they finish off the tower. The Zhonya's used by that Lee Sin. I think he's gonna burn down to the Ignite. Yes, he does. Singed gets the kill. The Jax ends up dying as well. But there is a big Ziggs trying to hurl a lot of damage onto them. He's kind of out of range though. But the Corki comes in. Is he going to be able to finish them? Only the Singed so far. The Jarvan goes in. He went for a GA, as I said. He is going to just completely finish this team fight. Even if he dies here, he gets the GA respawn, but doesn't even need it. He finishes off the remaining 2 kills, and we have a full ace for AHQ. I think this is going to be an incredibly fast game. If this was one of my solo queue games, people would already be spamming surrender. And honestly, I would probably be one of them if I was on ME here. If it was solo queue, honestly, if you were on AHQ here, your teammates would be spamming surrender. Let's be absolutely real with this one. But yeah, look at this, man. I think this is the Jarvan Yasuo show. This is crazy. 616 Jarvan, especially impressive. He's going for Trinity. Wow, I think this is something he's doing because he's getting fed. I don't think this is something I would recommend to you guys. But once again, I will try it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh boy. The esports Jarvan build video is coming in soon. If this is somehow one of your first videos you're watching of me, then consider subscribing to not miss that Jarvan gameplay. I'll try to get it over the coming days in my live stream, which you can also check out. You can also check out my TikTok. You can also check out my short channel, Shortco. Crazy, man. I am pumping out the content. Enough promotion. There we go. Let's keep going. Guys, you know, sometimes there's moments where not much happens, you know. We don't really need to commentate the Jarvan stealing the enemy blue buff. But he did. He just did. He's honestly taking a lot of farm. He has the most farm on his team. He's playing this like a hard carry, which is crazy. They are, for some reason, showing a melee range team fight. I didn't even realize the Singed died, but this is what usually happens. Jax always dies to Singed, man. No rocket scientist needed. You can be literal goldfish Andy like me. And you can play this, like, this matchup is so simple, man. He has to jump you, but then he burns, and then you just throw him away. And then he tries to escape, to jump away, right? And you just put the slime onto him, man. It is what it is, man. Honestly, it should be a felony if you just slime people like that. But what do I know? By the way, Ziggs, super aggressive build. This is what I call a hyper carry build. Luden's Echo into Infinity Orb into the Lich Bane. No Rabadon's third or anything, you know. I can see the first two items, but the Lich Bane third is very reckless. This is really cool. I like it. And you can see the Jax not even going for an Asher's Tooth yet. He is going for a Rabadon's next. And that is going to give him crazy amounts of damage, guys. That's going to be ridiculous. He's aiming to one-shot the squishy champions like... yikes. There's no squishy champions. I mean, you can say Yasuo is squishy, but he has that fat shield. And this is not nerfed Yasuo yet, just saying. So, yikes, bro. They don't have any squishy champions. That is a little bit of a bother. I don't know if I would go for that, you know, for that build on Jax. I think Nashor's Tooth will be better. Beautiful. Gragas ult gets the engage, and you can see, man, Gragas Yasuo combo is just absolutely unreal. Oh, man. I mean, guys, these are some crazy team compositions. Like, they completely confused me with this team composition. They went for no marksman, like Singed, like what? I'm at a loss of words. I mean, you saw it at the start of this game. But yeah, I think that is going to be the end of this game. They should be able to end. They're hitting the Nexus, it has the protection, but it doesn't matter. They're able to end, they're able to secure the first game of this best of 5 series in this third place match. Now, I don't know what the significance is of third place matches for this preseason in the Icon series, but I assume, you know, maybe third place gets to keep going and the others just drop out. I have no clue. The Jarvan gets a well-deserved MVP. I think most damage will go to Yasuo though. Let's take a look if I'm right. Either Yasuo or the Singed. Yeah, I was gonna say Singed because Singed is 1v1ing the Jax a lot, you know? So you can see most tanked is Jax on the enemy team. Almost. The Alistar got him beaten by a little bit. But yeah, most damage did Corki in the mid lane. Beautiful game, and we will move straight away into game 2. Alright guys, we are straight away jumping into the game 2 draft here. Seems like we have some very different bans coming in here. I mean, ME got completely crushed by this Yasuo and Singed, and they decided to ban both of them. Absolutely insane. Meanwhile, on the enemy, I think it is the exact same bans. Nope, instead of Orianna, we have the Camille ban. Of course, teams switched sides ME, after their loss, decided to go for that first pick here, but compared to the last game, no Braum banned, no Aurelion Sol banned, no Orianna banned. And now ME is able to snatch away that Braum in the first pick position, and AHQ decides to just go for that Corki and again a Gragas. So they seem to really like Gragas. The Vi gets picked and the Aurelion Sol. So both champions that were banned by ME themselves in the previous game, they get both of them. So that's going to be really cool. This is of course pre-nerf Aurelion Sol and the Vi. Now again, just like in the Thailand Icon series, we've seen Lee Sin used as a pick after the Vi. But from what I've heard from professional junglers in Europe like Vex, he told me that Vi is a very good pick against Lee Sin, and I agree. It's always really comfy to play against Lee Sin. You can just lock him down while he's trying to dash around. I'll pause here so I don't skip too far ahead. But yeah, the Lee Sin, again, picked after the Vi. Always really awkward. And we have an Orianna pickup as well for AHQ. I think AHQ is very happy with their team composition so far. They have the Corki, which will most likely go into the marksman position this time. So they have a marksman this time. And it seems like they will pick up the Alistar again here. They're hovering it. Meanwhile, ME picks an Ezreal after the buff. Okay, that's cool. That should be very strong. And a Jax. Okay, so I think we will have Orianna going up against Aurelion Sol mid. We'll have Ezreal going up against that Corki in the bottom lane. And let me see where the Jax goes. I think the Jax is gonna go for... Hold up, man. Yeah. The Jax is gonna go Baron lane, and we have a Vi, of course. Let me just not skip ahead too much. Let me move my camera, and then we can get into the commentary. This is really exciting to check out, man. I like how these teams are playing. There we go. We are in it. Yes, we have a standard duo versus duo this time. No weird Ziggs in the bottom lane. We have the Ezreal actually picking a marksman. We have the Corki this time in the bottom lane. No Gragas, no Gragas marksman, no Ziggs marksman. And we have a very standard Baron lane as well. Well, I still don't think Jax is super standard, but it seems like both of these teams value him quite a bit here in that Baron lane. I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to make sure. Hold up. No. ME actually picked Jax again. It's the same player. Okay. The same player is playing Jax again, this time not against Singed, this time against the Gragas. So maybe it's just him, maybe he is just like a player that is super comfortable on Jax. Maybe he's just a huge fan of Jax. Maybe he sees the potential. But yeah. Oh my god, this Vi just took way too much damage walking through them. Oh, this Alistar flash Q is not able to hit, but they're still able to get the Orianna for ME here. Beautifully played. I think the Alistar will die as well. His flash is down. Huge fail there. That was some weird mechanics. The Vi looked like she was lagging, quite frankly. That was super awkward. They zoom in on the Alistar. They show his 73% win rate, which is, it is a very strong champion. I can see that being totally the case in esports. I'm interested to see what this Braum will do. I mean, he's 1-0-1. He's honestly already smurfing it up. But I'm really interested to see why these teams are banning him out. I mean, I honestly agree. I think Braum is super crazy strong. But it seems like he has some additional benefits for these professional teams here that we don't really see in solo queue, because in solo queue generally people prefer to pick Alistar over him. But here it seems like Braum is like a huge priority. We have Corki again rushing that Trinity Force. We have Ezreal rushing a Trinity Force. No mana immune on both marksmen. Especially Ezreal you usually see with a mana immune. So yeah, another build I can try. Skipping the mana immune. I already tried that before. I didn't like it because I feel like in solo queue you want to really hard carry late game. If you skip that item, you will be much stronger much earlier on. But in the late game you will fall off. And that's something I don't enjoy. The Corki got a little bit caught there. You saw him Valkyrie away on the minimap there. He got chunked to half HP. He is sustaining back up though a little bit with that plant there. And yeah, we have Aurelion Sol going up against mid. Orianna, both just probably farming away. Orianna can bully him a little bit, but with a Vi hiding in the shadows, it is very dangerous to overextend as an Orianna, especially because you don't have any dashes except for your Summoner Scale flash, which is on cooldown right now. So she has to just stay back. So we will have a pretty slow laning phase here. Besides those 2 early kills dropping, ME definitely in a good lead now already. They're looking at a 600-700 gold lead. Like, they can definitely roll this all the way to late game. They have some pretty decent late game champions. Like, there is nothing that can contest that the Jax late game. Okay, Braum is crazy strong late game. Aurelion Sol is super strong. Probably rivals the Orianna. I mean, Orianna is just broken. She's so strong late game. But I think Aurelion Sol, if he's played perfectly, he can in certain team fights even do more than that Shockwave. If he gets a nice little, or not little, a big star, if he gets a nice ult, if he gets especially nice positioning. But while I'm saying that, we have an Alistar engage coming in. I don't think anything is going to happen though. That Braum shield was so much, that Braum ult also does so much that I think he's going to burn down though. But while I'm saying that, the Vi ends up dying. The Braum survived, but the Aurelion Sol dies. Before he died though, oh my god, beautiful body slam flash coming in onto that Ezreal. Look at this Ezreal, he has the Yamcha pose. Are you serious? Look, he has the Yamcha pose. There's no way that is not intentional. How did I never notice that? He's literally laying like Yamcha, getting blown out by these little stupid little green thingies, man. I'm telling you, Dragon Ball is legendary. But yeah, lots of kills dropping. I think the Corki ended up dropping as well, along with the Alistar. Lots of kills going left and right. I think it was a 2-for-1, a 3-for-2 in the end, in favor of AHQ actually, so they're pretty happy about that one. And yeah, of course with that Gragas in the end rolling in with his E-Flash combo, ending the Ezreal clutch, turning the fight into their favor. But now this time, guys, the Jax is safely scaling. He's actually even 400 gold ahead because the Gragas roamed, he kept pushing, and he pushed the top tower by himself. That is the strength of AP Jax, guys. He just rolls over these towers instantly. I am 100% sure he went for Mastermind, the rune that resembles a little tower, the icon of it, and basically it makes you deal bonus true damage to major objectives like Dragon, like Baron, like Rift Herald, and most importantly for a split pushing champion like the Jax, like the Camille, for towers, right? And it also makes you earn extra XP and gold. It is so strong, that rune. It is honestly broken, Loki. You should definitely use it on your Jax, on your Camille, on what else is split pushing Baron laner? Fiora. Fiora 100% needs that. Crazy rune. I'm sure he's making use of that. We have Orianna still rushing Liandry's. Everyone is still rushing Liandry's, man. Even the Aurelion Sol still rushing Liandry's. Now in the last game, you actually saw that I think the Aurelion Sol, the Ziggs went for... No, not the Ziggs. The Gragas, I think, because he was on the other side. Yes, the other player was playing it. Yes, the other player, I believe, was playing Gragas. And he actually went for the Haunting guys only. But I'm not quite sure anymore, man. I'm telling you guys, my brain is like a goldfish at this point. It is what it is, man. It has 7,000 IQ, but it just instantly forgets. It is, I'm just kidding, man. I never forget. Anyway, yeah. We have a bottom lane engage here coming in. A little bit of a brain fart there, but it's okay. A little bit of a bottom lane engage by the Jax, trying to poke that Orianna. But while I'm saying that, 4-on-1 dragon, I've seen that in one of my adult animes before, and it did not go well for the dragon, let me tell you that. And it didn't go well here either. No need for tentacles here. He just gets bopped straight away. Bot lane is getting bopped as well, though. Seems like both mid laners just get 4v1 under a tower. However, for ME Esports, this is the tier 2 tower. So they get the first tier 2 tower of this game. Corki is going to get the first tier 1 tower for AHQ here, which is, not worth, considering ME pushed 2 towers in that time. And it seems like they are using this Jax similarly to something like a Ziggs. Just shifting him from lane to lane to push, which is honestly cool. He's going for a Lich Bane again. He went for Spooky Ghosts. On his active item, he went for Spooky Ghosts. By the way, this time, it is the other Lee Sin, the Jarvan from last game, playing Lee Sin. He's amazing performance again. And he actually went for a Youmuu's Ghostblade. So that is something to keep in mind. He went for a Youmuu's Ghostblade on his Lee Sin. Again, he seems to be an aggressive jungler, a carry jungler. He has a lot of farm. Compared to the Vi, who is a little bit behind her laners, you know, he's not really behind. The Vi also went for a Black Cleaver once again. Her whole team has a lot of ability power. I think it's completely wasted, my humble opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I don't think this is a good purchase though for this player 2 games in a row. Last game on Lee Sin, but while I'm saying that, we have a huge engage coming in. The Jax ends up dropping to the Lee Sin, and the Lee Sin wants to chase here. Ends up engaging back onto that Braum, and I think the Braum will just drop. The Gragas picks up the kill, and this is a huge comeback for AHQ because they're able to get 3 kills. The Vi ended up dying as well. Yeah, they ended up getting 3 free kills, 20 seconds on that Infernal Dragon respawn. However, they have their eyes on the Baron. They don't even care. Wow, that is going down fast. Jesus, man. That is going down so fast, but this Aurelion Sol, that is what I'm talking about. He comes in clutch, the Vi comes in, steals it away, man. Crazy team fight by ME right now. They get the steal, they get 3-4 kills, make that almost 5. I think this Lee Sin is dead. There is no shot he escapes. He's completely called out. ME will secure not only the Baron, they will also get a full ace. They will, nope, he flashes away, he's a god, well played. They will also get an Infernal Dragon. Now listen, they could have killed him. You saw there were 3 people, they could have pincered him. What they instead do, they go for the macro gameplay, they go for the tower. But this is just insane, man. The Lee Sin was getting probably zoned out or stunned, and the Aurelion Sol swooping in, using that ult on I think 4 members of AHQ here, and this is just an absolute blowout right now. They secure the tier 1 tower in the mid lane, they secure the Infernal Drake, and honestly, this is ME's game to lose right now. They have to commit some huge blunders to end up still losing this one, because they are also in a 6,000 gold lead. Crazy, man. The Ezreal going for Trinity into Blade of the Ruined King after the nerf on ranged champions, okay? And then into the Mortal Reminder, very interesting. Very interesting build. Yeah, just skipping the Mana Mune basically, and still going for a Blade of the Ruined King. Also, is there any other interesting builds? Not really, right? Aurelion Sol going actually completely for my old build. Very nice for the standard Aurelion Sol build before the Leandri's nerf. After the Leandri's nerf, I prefer to just go for a little haunting guys and then keep going. This is what most players actually prefer right now. I saw that on Huck as well. He does that as well on all of his mages a lot of times. But yeah, we have Alistair getting a little bit poked out. Huge Jupiter incoming. It is gonna... Ooh, okay, the Corki is able to Valkyrie away, but take a look at the bot lane. The Jax is putting a lot of pressure onto this Gragas. He's taking a lot of damage himself as well, though. Are they going to be able to get this mid lane tower? The wave is coming in, they're pushing it down. Should be an easy pickup. Ooh, they are getting forced away. Okay, they're a little bit scared still. They want to play safe. I respect it. They want to win this. They want to equalize this series. They want to give us a 5-game best of 5. I would really be happy to see that. That would be really fun. By the way, from now on, how I will handle these best of 5s is I'm always going to do 2 games at the start, first video, okay? And then 2 games, if it has 4 games, and then the grand finale as a single game. I think this is going to be the best for your viewing experience as well, because there's always at least 3 games, so the first 2 games won't spoil anything. Yeah, it is beautiful. I think it's beautiful. And yeah, if there's only 3 games, you know, then it's over at 3 games. If it's only 4 games, then it's over after the second video. Hey, it is beautiful. I know. The content genius striking once again. By the way, I love this. I'm telling you guys, watch my live streams from a week ago. Hey, she ain't tweaking. Watch my live streams from a week ago. I was playing Vi, and I was like, what should I buy as a 5th item? I was like, you know what? Zeke's Convergence. It is a support item, but it is pretty good. It is pretty good for Vi. It is pretty good for Jarvan. It is pretty good for a lot of these champions. It's pretty good for Malphite. Like, if you're going in with your ult, you will be slowing everyone afterwards. You will be buffing up your team. It has both stats. It has both magic resistance and armor on it. It has some ability haste. What is there not to love? And look at this Vi. She's going for it. I am the absolute prophet, man. I'm telling you, man. It's disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. This is why you watch this channel, guys. I'm just kidding. You watch it because I like to talk about anime feet. With that being said, we will move on with this commentary again. 6,000 gold lead still. Not really increasing for ME here at all. They are waiting for the next dragon. It's going to be a Cloud Drake, which is really good for them, for their Aurelion Soul player. So they really want to pick that up. They're going to be basing here, some of them, to get those last couple items. GA completed on the Vi, which is big for the next team fight. She can just go in without any care in the world. Even if she drops, she has that GA revival, which is very, very good. Puts a lot of pressure onto the enemies if the Vi has that. The Lee Sin, of course, has his own GA. And we have the Corki completing his rapid fire cannon. So very standard build, just skip the mana immune. And for the Ezreal as well, ooh, he actually went for a death stance, which is really cool to see. Very tanky Ezreal, but he's not going to do that much damage. I'm just going to give you a heads up. This time Jax is able to complete his Rabadons, which is going to do a lot of damage. I hope we'll see it. He is honestly just geared towards pushing towers. He doesn't care about team fights. But while I'm saying that, we might see a 4v4 team fight breakout here. The Aurelion Soul is a little bit out of position. He has to watch out so he doesn't get caught here. The mid lane being cleared out by ME. And look at them, man. They just completely shift their focus to that Baron. And AHQ has to follow up. Oh my god, Alistair just hard engages. Beautiful combo with the Orianna ult that was so well executed. Is it enough to win them the team fight? Meanwhile, Jax just won the 1v1 against Gragas. They have to instantly abandon this team fight. AHQ has to abandon the team fight. They won the 4v4, but look at this. Vi knows, even if she dies, she just has to keep the enemies there. And the Ezreal is actually just able to follow up everything. They just want to keep them there. Vi just completely suicided, yes. Even if they didn't get a kill, it would be worth. Because this Jax is ending the game. Take a look at the Nexus. He's gonna get it. I'm telling you, he's gonna get it. You saw it? Look at his last hit. Look at his last auto attack. The minion just died. The minion is dead, okay? The minion is dead. The backdoor protection kicks in. W Lich Bane auto attack. Boom. It's gone, man. It's gone. Just like your ex-girlfriend. She's gone, man. She gone. She long gone. She ain't coming back. It is what it is. I know, but it's fine, guys. We have our anime waifus. Moving on. Let's see who gets the MVP. Hey, honestly, if you give a smart MVP where you decide after the game, it is the Fat Jax. I'm telling you 100%. If you give an MVP based on the stats, it's gonna be that Ezreal. He probably did the most damage. He had a phenomenal game, honestly. He has a lot of ability haste with that death stance. I will try it. I will try this build, man. It is super cool. I think he will go for a GA last item, or does he have a Mortal Reminder? He does, right? Yeah. He will go for a GA last item most likely. And man, let me tell you, he is dealing 19,000 damage. Let me just see if you can see the... Yeah, you can see all the stats, all the relevant stats. Meanwhile, we have most damage on the Orianna. You can see HQ wasn't able to, you know, reach the damage numbers of ME, which just told the whole story of this game. They were honestly in a pretty good spot for most of the game. They almost threw during that one team fight, but then AHQ countered through. But honestly, super nice gameplay here. I'm loving this Taiwanese region in Wild Rift already. Lots of crazy picks coming out. And keep in mind, this is the third place match. Both of these teams are infinitely worse than the rank 1 and 2 teams. And I don't know who's rank 1 and who's rank 2. But the grand finalists, One Esports and Flash Wolves. Because both of these teams got 3-0 blown out by the other two in their quarterfinals. So yeah, we will be checking out Game 3 and Game 4 in that next video that will come in a couple of days. So make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. And with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.